What's up, YouTube? This is Spade here, doing another Pokemon Online live narration. I was actually just doing some Pokemon Showdown, but then the Pokemon Showdown crashed and you couldn't log in or find any battles as a guest either. So, I'm glad that we still got Pokemon Online here. And, yeah, let's go look for a match. Still doing OU. There still aren't, like, any UU players, like, only a couple, so we'll go with the OU shenanigans. And what do we got here? We got old school Mian Xiao. To be honest, Landers again wouldn't be that bad of a lead, so let's just go with it. And I can get the Intimidate on the Scissor. I could go for the EQ, hit this thing really hard, but he might just U-turn himself. Would be nice to get some damage. I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake. Okay, he goes into Gliscor, that's fine. And go into, I have a couple options. I think Vaporeon would be relatively safe, so I'm just gonna do that. Yes, Bulldoze, that's kind of random, but okay. Usually people just run EQ for the extra power, but whatever floats your boat. I think that Ice Beam would be nice, because he has Latios, which he might want to switch into Scald. Then again, Scald can always burn, so it's a Scald. I don't really care what he switches in. Okay, he goes into his Espeon, that makes sense. I do not see leftovers, which means he's most likely running a dual screener. I'm just gonna go into Landorus, and he actually goes for Toxic. This guy's running random stuff. Oh dear. Probably should be doing a bunch of grinding up here in the Pokemon Online. Anyways, Vaporeon or Latios. I think I could go into Latios this time. Yeah, let's do that. Go for the Surf. And that actually doesn't even take it out. Holy crap. It's like Expert Belt Surf. Like you, I don't know. I'm just gonna go Surf. Maybe I can bluff the choice item and knock something else out in the process. Like possibly a Scissor, but now he goes into his Mian Xiao. He could be Scarfed. Then again, whatever, I don't care. Oh, he goes for the, Fake Out, that makes sense, but I should be able to outspeed him, except he switches out to Scout, I guess. Draco Meteor on the Espeon, and just, ugh. What? He has Shadow Ball, and then he has Toxic. Like, this is the most random Espeon, and because it is really random, I don't know if he has like HP Fire there, so let's just go into Landorus, go for the U-turn, knock him out, go into, who should we send out? I think Scissor would be just fine. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll see where that gets us. What is he going to send out most likely? What does he have left? He has his own Scissor, his Latios, Mian Xiao, and then Gengar. Gliscor and Espeon are dead, right. Okay, he goes into his Latios. So he's most likely gonna HP Fire. Meaning that I could go possibly even into Heatran, but then again, let's just go into Lantern, because it's pretty safe. He does go for the Hidden Power Fire. And then what I could do is just Volt Switch out, since the Gliscor is dead, and Espeon too. Yep. Let's just go for the Volt Switch. In comes Mian Xiao. I can go for the Intimidate with Landorus. And then he's most likely just gonna Fake Out. Well, what I could do, I don't really need Wishes, because everybody's at full health except for dead Latios, but I can't do anything about that. So, he still has Gengar. I guess I could just go for the... Should I just go for the U-turn and then switch into something? Because what I'm scared is the Gengar. Gengar is a scary thing. So let me just go for the U-turn. He's gonna go for his Fake Out, and then he might just... most likely just going to U-turn himself, but I just don't want to be locked in again for a bad move against his Gengar. Because then he can get a free sub, and then that would be annoying. I don't know if I should protect here, or should I make a wish. I'm just gonna protect. Maybe he'll fall for the old-fashioned anything. He actually goes for taunt. Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna Scald. There we go. Go for the Scald. Is he going to bring out his Gengar now? I do have the Ice Beam for a second move, which I can then just use. Then again, can he still... I guess he can... No. Oh yeah, I can vary it between Scald and... only these two moves are blocked. And he runs. Okay, let's go. Definitely look for another match. Hopefully we get something a bit better. That was kind of meh. That was kind of random. But you'll get what you get here on PO unless you play 24/7 and get up the ladder. But that is not my style because I don't have time to be just basically grinding up here. But anyways, we got a rain team, and rain teams are always fun to deal with. So, yeah, Landorus. That's what I always do. Go for the U-turn. Let's see how much this will do. And then I'm most likely just going... Oh, he's going to protect to scout what I... Okay. Well, it's like whatever. It's like whatever. U-turn actually does a decent chunk. But I guess he's running some sort of defensive set. He has Tornadus, Thunderous. He does not have ground types. Which is nice. He's most likely gonna... I just want to get rid of the... yeah. I kind of figured that he would protect, so... Yeah, let's do that. Then I can Volt Switch, and he's gonna go for the Toxic. Okay, that's just fine, really. I kind of would like to just rack some damage on this thing. So what I could do is just go into Landorus. I don't really want to go into Scissor, because he can just be faster and Scald me. And that's gonna do a lot. To mention the possible burn, although I kind of need to use Heal Bell anyways, but yeah, he's doing his stall shenanigans, and I'm just gonna go back into Lantern, and he's gonna go for the... I don't want to have an RU match right now, I'm sorry, I'm doing OU. Anyways, Heal Bell, although now he's most likely gonna go, yeah, into his Ferrothorn. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to get rid of the Toxic before it starts racking up, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to find an opportunity to use it later on, and I still want to save this Lantern for his Genies, basically. But let's go into Scissor. He's going to go for some Spikes. To be honest, I'm just going to go for the Superpower, although it's most likely not going to take him out. Or it kind of depends on what kind of spread he's using, but usually the standard spread is going to be able to live. Or he actually goes into his Tornadus. And now we are going to send out Lantern. Boom! He's going to go for the Hurricane, does 26%. That is pretty okay. Don't know if he's gonna... I doubt that he's gonna go into Thunderous. Because, yeah, I can kind of take his hits, so I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch. And he goes into his Chansey, that makes a lot more sense. And then what I could do is, I guess Scizor is my best option here, to be honest. I could Superpower again, but then again I could U-turn. He's most likely going to Scout again. What am I going to lock myself into? But, yeah, that being the case, I should probably just go for the Superpower, to be honest. So, yeah, let's just do that. Or he actually just goes into his Tornadus again. Really wish I had gone for the U-turn, but oh well, oh well. Lantern. Let's go into Vaporeon now, because Vaporeon is still at full health, and that does like 61%. Holy crap, I did not think it would do so much. But then again, isn't he... Did I see Life Orb? Did I see Life Orb? Or not? I don't think I did. To be honest, I don't really want to switch. Whatever, I'm just gonna let this thing die. Unfortunate as unfortunate as it is. I kinda need a safe switch. I should be able to take one more Hurricane, but that's about it. So Lantern doesn't really do as much walling as I was hoping that it would. Anyways, we got this guy again, Ferrothorn here. Is he going to switch again into his... Well, to be honest, I can one-shot him anyway, so I might as well go for the U-turn. He goes for the... Spikes, most likely, or Lead Seed, which does miss. So, finally, let's set up those rocks, because I kind of need them, and he does go into his Politoed. I guess I could go into Latios at this point. I still kind of want to keep Lantern, so that I can take one Hurricane, possibly from the Tornadus. and get some sort of momentum going on. But, yeah, he's gonna protect, which is the issue. Whatever, I don't care. He can do his protect. I'm just gonna go for the psychics. Wear it down a bit more. And now he's gonna protect again. Well, now I'm gonna go into Lantern. Because, yeah, he always does that. I guess I could just go for the Vault Switch, or should I heal my... Well, to be honest, I don't really care about Latios too much. So I'm just going to go for the Vault Switch. He might just predict the, the heal bell at this point, which he apparently does as he goes into his Ferrothorn. So what I could do at this point is go into either Scissor, or Landorus, or Heatran. Blah blah blah. I think I could just go into Heatran. Yeah, let's do that. Fire Blast, he's gonna go into Politoed or the Chansey. And he goes into Politoed. What do you know? Huh. Well, to be honest, I don't really care about, Heatran too much. So I'm just gonna go for the Earth Power, do a bit of damage to him. And Scald actually doesn't kill me off, which is kind of surprising. But then again, it's a defensive Politoed, so it does not pack the punch. And Earth Power did that much. He's gonna go for the Protect again, because that's what he does. Or he actually goes for the Toxic, which is somewhat random. Didn't think he would go for it, but okay. Well, I'm gonna Volt Switch, then I can go into... Well, I don't really want extra damage. Well, to be honest, I can go into Heatran, because it's still kind of my least best option against his team. So at least finally I take out the Ferrothorn, so there we go, and he goes into his Thundurus. Is he, like, this would be the opportunity to get some health on Lantern if he's just going to finish me off. But he could just set up a Nasty Plot, but then again I could go for the HPI. Let's go into Lantern! He actually goes for Focus Blast, which does make more sense. Well, in that situation, what does he have to take a Stone Edge? Well, Chansey can take one to an extent, and Keldeo, I guess, but Stone Edge is going to sting, so I'm just going to go for the Stone Edge with Landorus and see what he's going to do. Of course, he goes into his Keldeo, and I'm just going to go into Latios as he's going to do... Okay, he actually just goes for the Surf right off the bat. That does make sense. Psychic, of course he goes into Chansey. Well, if that's the case, should I sack my Heatran? To be honest, I kind of need Death Fodder, so let's go into Scissor. And he finally gets off his Stealth Rocks. And I should probably just go for the U-turn. Would be just nice to take this sucker out. But he's most likely going to switch out, so U-turn is pretty much the safest option, and he does go into his Tornadus, and I almost take it up, but not quite. But I can go into my Landorus, and then I can go for the U-turn to hopefully finish him off, or he just goes for the straight switch, because he still has the Regenerator going on for himself. And then I can go into Latios and just barely live, but now I will die, so might as well get the most of this and go for the Draco, which still does like pretty pathetic amount. But I can go into Scissor, and then I can just U-turn again, and this Chansey should be dead if he decides to stay in, or nothing else on his team is really not going to be able to take hits. So anyways, we go into Landorus, and what does he have left? He does have the Keldeo still, which is like his best thing to... Okay, he goes into his Thundurus, which I don't know if it's Scarfed. It might be. Well, I don't really have any options. I just have to stay in here. And what do you know? He dies because he's non-choice Scarfed. But now he's going to be able to go into his My Little Pony. So that's a bit of an issue. He has Politoed and Tornadus. At this point, we are going to sack this guy, which is Heatran. And then I can go back into Landers, which to be honest cannot one-shot the Keldeo, so I'm basically kinda just screwed here. Unless I get a crit or something, but I do not get a crit. But can I... Could Scissor clean this up? Come on, Scissor! Come on, Scissor! Let's do this. Although Politoed... Can it... Oh, he's gonna protect. He doesn't. He doesn't. And he goes into... He goes into Tornadus and I'm able to go for the Bullet Punch and take him out, and that's gonna... Wow. Well, wow, that was a really a GG, I must say. That was a really close match. Okay. Let me Bullet Punch. Bullet Punch. Bullet Punch. Just for the sake of Bullet Punching this thing to death with a pain in my ass. Gotta say, Stealth Rocks definitely helped me out here, but definitely the second match. It was interesting. Wow, didn't think I was able to pull this one off here at the end, but yeah, bit of Stealth Rocks damage and extra damage that I already had racking up, and yeah, Scissor cleaning up, leaving with 7 HP, all the hazards and stuff. That was definitely a good match, so hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, this is a pretty long video since it was like 2 battles. The first one wasn't good, but yeah, hopefully you guys stayed for the second one, which was definitely a better one, really interesting one. So thank you for watching, and until next time, this is TheFlamingSpade signing out. Peace.